Welcome back, friends. In tutorial 8 we will cover the following topics from the wireframe and surface workbench. Let me introduce the bullet. Our first topic to be covered is sketch on a plane, and second is reference plane. Third is surface sweep. Fourth is surface symmetry. Then next is reference point, and then we will see the multi-section surface. Next is surface fill, and finally we'll look for all these commands. Now let's launch the CATIA V5 and draw the racket project in wireframe and surface workbench. Let's see the changes on the CATIA. Go to CATIA, click on the start mechanical design and click on the wireframe and surface. Give it a name of to be racket. Click on the OK button. Let's have this sketch on the YZ plane and make an ellipse. Give it a constraint to be, let's say, 200, and semi-minor axis to be, let's say, 300. So the step we have to find the axis. Now let's create a point to define a plane on this, and which is our next topic to be covered, which is the reference plane. To define a reference plane, go to reference plane, click on the point, make sure that you have chosen the normal to curve, click on the curve and click on the OK button. Let's have this sketch on this plane. Have the ellipse again, and this time let's give the major axis to be 20 and minor axis to be 10. Let's semi-minor axis to be 10, and let's coincident these two circle points, these 2 points to be coincident. Let's get out of this sketch, and next thing to perform is the surface sweep. So let's just go to surface sweep and first choose the profile, then guide curve, and let's hide the plane and this ellipse and the point also. Let's have the sketch on the YZ plane again. Let's create a 3-point arc. Give a radial constraint to this arc to be equal to 200. Now let's just define a constraint, a vertical constraint to be at 250 and a horizontal constraint to one end of the arc to be at 15. Now let's just convert this elliptical portion and select both of the arc and ellipse by pressing Ctrl and give it a tangent constraint, and let's just delete this. So by doing so we have created an appropriate profile. Now just again define a reference plane on the end point of the arc and create another ellipse on this end point, and let's give this ellipse 17.5 to be the major axis, and distance for the minor axis to be, let's say, 10 as previously. And let's make this center point of the ellipse and the end point of the arc to be coincident. Now let's just get out of the sketch, go to sweep again, click on the point, select the profile and the guide curve. Let's just hide all these elements not to be shown. And next thing to cover in our topic is the surface symmetry. So we'll create a symmetrical surface about an reference plane. Go to symmetry, select the element to be created and then the reference plane, and click on the OK button. So by doing so we have created a mirror surface. Next, let's just create a plane offset from the XY plane at 250. Let's have the sketch on this plane, and let's project the elliptical portions and create a line, a vertical line. Let's just trim the extension portions of this line and get this line to have a 23.5 distance constraint. Let's select the line and create a mirror about the vertical axis. Now let's just trim the inner portion of the ellipse and get out of the sketch. So this is our first profile, and let's make the other offset plane from the XY plane at a distance of 250 plus 175. Let's have the sketch on this plane and create the ellipse. Let's give this ellipse to have a major axis of let's say 40, sorry, a minor axis to have a 40 and major axis to be 45. And let's get out of the sketch. Our next topic is to define the reference point, which is compulsory for multi-section surface. So let's define a reference point and click on the OK. So this is our point created. This is necessary for multi-section surface. So next command is multi-section surface. Let's go to multi-section surface, select both of the profiles, and this we need to take care about the closing points, the direction of the closing points and the places of the closing point. We can also replace the closing point as we need, and make sure that you have made the direction of the closing point to be similar. So this type we have created a multi-section surface. Now let's hide these profiles and planes, and this plane also. Let's hide this. Our last topic to be covered is the surface fill. So this command is basically to fill the surface, having a closed boundary. So let's just select the edges and fill this. Now again go to fill surface and select the closed boundary, click on the OK button, and let's hide this sketch. So this type we have filled the edges. Now let's just hide all the planes of this model, and here we have done with this racket project. Here I'm going to conclude this tutorial 8. Thanks for watching video tutorials from CAD Desk head office. Stay tuned and take care.